Okay, SOH CAH TOA. So SOH, S stand for sine, okay. O is stand for opposite, and then H is stand for hypotenuse. All right. For CAH, okay, CAH, C is stand for cos, A stand for adjacent, and H again stand for hypotenuse. Okay. Now, TOA. Okay. Similarly, TOA is T stand for tangent actually, but just write tan for now. O stand for opposite. Okay. And then A is stand for adjacent. Okay. So SOH CAH TOA. Okay, we're gonna use these three words to help us, okay, to work out the side length of a right angle triangle. Okay, so let's go. Let's start applying it. Okay, so let's say this is a right angle triangle. Okay, this is, let's say this is x, this is 48 degree, and this is, let's say, 14 centimeters, and I want the answer into one decimal place. Okay, let's see how we go. Now remember, you can only apply SOH CAH TOA in a right angle triangle. Okay, so let's follow the process. Now step number one, you need to realize that this is the 48 is the angle given, so therefore we always refer to this angle. So in order to do the rest, we need to look at 48 first. 48, x is opposite of 48 degree. Okay, so which is we call opposite, because opposite of 48 degrees. Now 14 is the hypotenuse, because 14 is the longer side, which is opposite right angle, so hypotenuse. And do not forget the three words SOH CAH TOA. Okay, then looking at this problem, so we got O, okay, we got H, so OH, so we follow this, see, so we got SOH. Then we just start with the SOH. S stand for sine, so sine, and whatever that angle given, we just write it down. In this case is 48, so we just write 48 degree, equal O. Okay, have to follow this order. O is x, see, can you see? O is x, and over H. H in this case is 14 centimeters. Okay, remember, follow this order. Okay, S stand for sine, then equal O. O is x in this case, and H is the hypotenuse, which is 14. Now once you got these equations, we just solve it, because you want to find x, so you want to get rid of the bottom. The bottom is 14, so you get rid of it by do opposite. So I times by 14. On the right, on this side, I need to times 14 as well. So this cancel out. So this means that x is equal to 14 sine of 48 degrees. Okay, so now if you type that in your calculator, okay, you should get 10.40, okay, 40 and so on. But don't forget, refer to the question. The answer, we want the answer into correct to one decimal place, so it's up to here. Okay, one decimal place means one number after decimal point. Now before you write 10.4, you look at this number, okay, because this is less than 1, less than 5, so therefore your answer will be equal to 10.4, and do not forget the units. Okay, in this case is centimeters, so your answer is 10.4 centimeters. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so let's say this triangle here. Let's say I draw this triangle. Let's make it up to something with some other numbers. Let's say this is, let's say this is y here, and this is, let's say this is 30, let's say 38 degree 27 minutes. Okay, and then we're gonna give you this, which is 23 centimeters. Okay, now step number 1, you have to identify what they are first. Now because we 38 degree 27 minutes, this is the angle is given, so we refer to this angle. We're looking for y, so y is opposite of this angle, so we call opposite. All right, and 23 centimeters is adjacent next to this angle given, which is 38 degree 27 minutes. So next to we call adjacent, so we put letter A. Okay, so the word, 3 words, SOH CAH TOA. Okay, now we got O, we got A, so therefore is TOA. Okay, then we just follow. So TOA, T stands for 10 of whatever that angle is. So in this case it's 38 degree 27 minutes, equal opposite. Opposite is y over adjacent, which is 23. Again, when you got this equation, we just solve it. So we times by 23 because we want to get rid of the bottom. We times 23, we times 23 both sides. So this cancel out. So what we get is y is equal to 23 times 10 of 38 degree 27 minutes. So we can write as y is equal to 23 10 of 38 degree and 27 minutes. Okay, so if you type that in your calculator, okay, you should get 18.2622 and so on. Now let's say if I want to give my answer into 1 decimal place, okay, so 1 decimal place, remember, is 1 number after decimal point. So after what decimal point mean up to here. Okay, so 18.2. Now before you write 18.2, you need to look for the number after 2, what they are first. So look at this one, so it's 6. So 6 is more than 5. Okay, from 5 onward you need to add 1 to it, so your answer should give me 18.3. and do not forget the unit again, centimeters. So your answer should get 18.3 centimeters. Okay, let's move on next one. Okay, so we get, let's say I got another one here, let's say this given, okay, and this is, let's say 45 degree in here, and x, and this is 15 centimeters. Okay, now let's start with the rule again. Identify what they are first. So this angle is given, okay, 45 is the angle given, so don't forget we always refer to this angle because it's given is 45 degree. So we look at this now. Hypotenuse is 15 because opposite right angle is a longer side, so the longer side is hypotenuse, so which is 15, you got h. And then x is next to the 45 degrees, so that means we call adjacent. Adjacent means next to. Okay, so is adjacent. Okay, so SOH CAH TOA. All right, so we got A, we got H, so A, H, so we need CAH. Okay, so then you follow the process. C stands for cos, so you just write cos, and then whatever angle is, in this case is 45, just need to write it down. 45 is equal to adjacent, which is x. Okay, so follow the order, you can't mix up. Okay, so over hypotenuse, hypotenuse is 15, so over 15. Then to solve it, because we were looking for x, we want to get rid of the 15, so you do opposite. Okay, so you times by 15, you times by 15, that cancel out. So 15 cos 45 is equal to x, so I can write x is equal to 15 cos of 45 degree. So now, okay, if you type that in your calculator, okay, so you should get 10.6066 and so on. Okay, now if I want 2 decimal place, okay, 2 decimal place is my answer, so I write 2 up to 2 number after decimal point. So this is where we're up to. 2 decimal place means 2 number after decimal point. So then before you write 10.60, you need to look for this number, the one after 0, because 0 is the last digit, okay, of 2 decimal place. So because it's 6, so more than halfway, so you add 1 to it. So it's 0 at 1 is 1. So your answer is 10.61. Okay, and remember, don't forget to put the unit on. So 10.61 centimeters. All right. Okay, let's do last one on this. So last one. Okay, so this one here, right angle, and then let's say this is 34 degree. Okay, this is x and then 15 centimeters. Okay, so and I say one, I want the answer correct to 1 decimal place. Right, let's see how we go. So step number 1, okay, look at the angle referring. So this is the angle given, so that means we will refer to this angle. Always refer to the 34 degrees, that's the angle. Now identify each of those first. X, we're looking for x, but x is the longer side because the opposite right angle, always longer side is a hypotenuse, so we put h. And then this one, opposite 34 degree, we call opposite. Okay, so we got O, we got h. So the SOH CAH TOA, right? That's a 3 word. So SOH CAH TOA. Now, because we have O and H, so we use SOH. Okay, so then sine, S stands for sine of whatever that angle is. I just write it down. Sine 34 degree equal, okay, opposite O is 15, okay, over H. H is X in this case. Now, this question is slightly different from the previous questions because the pronumeral down the bottom. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of the bottom. So we times both sides by x. So you times by x, you times by x. So these are cancel out. Okay. So therefore, your answer is x sine 34 degree equal 15. All right. Then, because I'm looking for x, so therefore I get rid of the sine 34 by do opposite. So I divide. Okay, sine 34 degree, I divide by sine of 34 degree. Okay, so if you use your calculator, okay, therefore x equal, okay, if you type that in your calculator, you should get 26.82, 26.8243 and so on. But because I want one number after decimal point, my answer is up to here. Okay. Now before you write 26.88, you look at this number because it's 2 less than 5. So your answer should